Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Teen who survived massive ravine fall while skateboarding is now back home. Written by Michaela Gordoni, read by Julie Provost. Dakota Cody Trenkle Jr., the 13-year-old who survived a 240-foot fall into a ravine and went missing for 3 days, is finally home after a month-long hospital stay. Cody had been skateboarding in Missouri when he fell and suffered multiple brain bleeds and skull fractures, as well as other injuries and weakened kidneys. A police dog found Cody in the ravine, and Cody was airlifted to a St. Louis hospital, where doctors placed him in a medically induced coma for 2 weeks. When he woke from the coma, he used sign language to tell his mom, "I love you." His mom was just overjoyed that he recognized her when she woke up. The moment was pivotal to me. It made the last couple weeks of stress, heartache, hope, gratitude, sadness, and pain worth it, because that small gesture meant my boy was coming back to me, his mom, Stephanie, said at the time. "I hope to return to school in the very near future, and I'm counting down the days until I can skateboard again. But I know my brain and skull need to heal," Dakota said upon leaving the hospital. Stephanie says her son has adjusted well since coming home. He still does have some struggles physically with balance, coordination, and strength, as well as some short-term memory loss, Stephanie said. He gets pretty frustrated with both, but we are taking the necessary steps to help him make a full turn around and get back to being 100% Cody. He has quite the extensive therapy and follow-up schedule. Cody will have to get physical therapy twice a week. He'll have occupational and speech therapies once a week, and will have to go to neurology, liver, and psychiatric appointments. But it's all worth it to have him home again. Stephanie said previously, "I've known he was a fighter since he was born. He was born super preemie, and he fought for his life then. And now, almost 14 years later, he's doing it again. He's proving to them, I'm fighting, I'm still here, I can survive." Dakota may not be back to 100% yet, but he still has a miraculous recovery, all things considered.
Did you know that Gen Z and millennials are leading the resurgence in church attendance? That's right. New research out from GLUE and Barna as part of the State of the Church initiative shows that Gen Z and millennials are now attending church more regularly than older generations. This is a historic reversal in church trends. And GLUE, spelled GLOO, is at the center of all of this. They're the technology platform for the faith ecosystem, connecting you with the latest research, technology, and values-aligned AI that supports churches, and ultimately, human flourishing. GLUE is on a mission to serve those who serve, the pastors, leaders, publishers, and more in the faith ecosystem. That's high tech for a higher purpose. You can stay up to date with everything happening at GLUE and across the entire faith ecosystem by texting JOIN to 46816. And when you text today, they'll send you the latest research from GLUE and Barna about this historic church trend. Again, that's the word JOIN to 46816.
You know, the Bible tells us, "I will bless those who bless you." That's not just a nice sentiment, it's biblical prophecy. And it's a commandment from God, it's a calling, and right now we're called to act. The teachings of the New Testament are deeply intertwined with the Hebrew Scriptures. As Christians, we are called to honor and respect this shared heritage. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 11:18, "Do not consider yourself to be superior to those other branches. If you do, consider this. You do not support the root, but the root supports you." Supporting the people of Israel is more than a belief. It's a biblical mandate. By partnering with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, IFCJ, we can live out this calling together. Just as the fellowship blesses God's children, we know that you will be blessed too. Learn more about the fellowship and how you can live out your faith, bless Israel, and be blessed in return. Visit ifcj.org today. Again, that's ifcj.org. Be the blessing, live the word, answer the call.
After over a century of boys, it's a girl for this Texas firefighter's family. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Julie Provost. It's a story that's been 108 years in the making. After over a century of boys, it's a girl for this Texas firefighter's family. There's something about boys, full of spunk and grit, their laughter spilling loud and wild, like untamed rivers rushing. They are fun and fearless, always ready for the next adventure. But girls are a different kind of miracle. Precious, sweet, tender, like wildflowers that bloom against all odds. Delicate yet strong, carrying with them the quiet power to change the world. And after more than a century of boys, the Sherman family is about to know both. For generations, sons have been born into the Sherman line, one after another, decade after decade. No bows, no frilly dresses, no girl to bear the Sherman name. That is until now. On Sunday, surrounded by family and friends, Houston firefighter Michael Sherman and his wife, Juanica, discovered they were expecting a baby girl. "I just feel very honored," Michael said. "We are the ones bringing the baby girl into the world. Finally, after over 100 years, it's amazing." The last time the Sherman family celebrated a baby girl was back in 1917, when Orabelle Sherman was born. She went on to be a trailblazer during the Civil Rights era in Atlanta, meeting leaders, shaping history, and making an impact that still echoes today. The family is giddy with anticipation. Michael's grandmother, Lydia Robertson, said it best. "I love her. No matter what path she chooses, we will be with her. She's going to always have support here." For Michael, this moment isn't just about breaking a streak. It's about legacy, what it means to bring forth a daughter after so many years and to dream of what she might do with her life. The Sherman family is even planning to check with Guinness World Records to see if their streak of boys stands unmatched. In the end, this story is about more than a baby girl after 108 years of boys. It's about the way God weaves joy into the unexpected places. It's about how each new life is a reminder of his faithfulness, that he is still writing stories, still surprising families, still bringing laughter and tears of joy to kitchen tables and hospital rooms alike. And so, when the Sherman family gathers close this spring, the boys will still tumble and run, full of energy and mischief. But in their arms, wrapped in pink, will be a daughter who carries not just her family name, but their prayers, their joy, and their hope for what God can do through one small life. Because sometimes the sweetest miracles take more than a century to arrive. Psalm 144:12. May our daughters be like graceful pillars, carved to adorn a palace.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.